again, friend. It's quiet today. The kind of quiet that wraps around you like an old blanket. Outside, the sky's gone that sleepy, overcast gray, and the streets are mostly empty, except for you and me. We're standing in front of an old storefront. You might not remember how we got here. Maybe you weren't meant to. The windows are foggy with age, and behind them you can just barely make out shapes, cardboard displays, shelves that go on forever. You push the door open gently. There it is. The smell hits you first. That special blend of cardboard, plastic wrap, rubber soles, bubble gum, and something else. Maybe dust, maybe nostalgia. It's the smell of Saturday mornings and allowance money. The scent of birthday wish lists and last-minute holiday shopping. You're back inside an old toy store. Not a big chain, not a department store aisle. This is one of those local toy stores. The kind that had its heyday in the late 80s and 90s. Wooden shelves, scuffed linoleum, handwritten signs, and a faint oldies radio playing softly overhead. Come on, let's take a look around. We'll start at the back, where the carpet changes to a slightly more padded section, the electronics aisle. See the shelves lined with clear plastic cases? Behind them, rows of Game Boy cartridges, boxed SNES games, and those fat, gray N64 boxes with torn price stickers. You can hear the soft clack of one of them as it settles back in its holder. There's a small display TV in the corner, a curved glass screen humming with static before it clicks over to a frozen screen of Donkey Kong Country. A controller is taped to the display, its cable sticky with years of tiny hands and excitement. Look lower. Remember Tiger Electronics games? Those clunky plastic handhelds with 2 buttons and a tiny LCD screen. They're all here, each one in a crinkly bubble pack, the edges yellowed just slightly. Sonic, Double Dragon, The Little Mermaid, even Mortal Kombat, for some reason. A cardboard cutout of a crash-helmeted kid advertises radical virtual reality, which is just a headset on a pole you're not allowed to touch. Next, we move to the plush and stuffed toy section. The carpet feels warmer here, softer. The lights are dimmer. Or maybe it's just the towering shelves of plushies absorbing the glow. A row of Beanie Babies stares at you. Hundreds of tiny, glassy, black eyes. Each one has its little red TY tag, neatly tagged in a plastic protector. The pink bear with the heart, the rainbow platypus, even the creepy lobster no one ever bought. Above them, the long shelves hold pound puppies in their cardboard doghouses, still shrink-wrapped. Nearby, a Teddy Ruxpin with a stiff grin leans sideways, half listening to a cassette you'll never play. On the bottom shelf, a dusty plastic tub overflows with weird, off-brand plushies, stitched a little wrong, oddly shaped, with huge price tags dangling from their ears. One of them still has a tag from 1996. It reads, "Clearance." You pick it up, squeeze it gently. It squeaks. You put it back. Of course you do. And now we're heading down the narrow aisle with all the action figures, the crinkliest section of them all. You hear the soft rustle of plastic blister packs jostling as you move your hand along the row. First, the Ninja Turtles. There's Leo with a chipped katana, Donatello, slightly sun-bleached, even April, always in the back. Behind them, Street Sharks, all huge jaws and bad 90s attitude. Then, oh wow, a full peg of X-Men figures. Look, Cyclops still has the little red visor lever. Rogue's hair is painted slightly off. And there's Gambit with a plastic trench coat that's always just a little torn. At the very end of the row is a battered cardboard box. Open stock. You shift through it slowly. Loose Power Rangers, a broken Spawn figure, 3 arms from unidentified G.I. Joes. You find a Happy Meal Transformer, the kind that turns into a box of fries. You pocket it for a second, then smile and put it back. You're just visiting, after all. Now, here's something special. The movie corner. Not quite a rental section, but close. Rows of shrink-wrapped VHS tapes line the shelves. That thick, chunky plastic kind you can knock with your knuckles. You see Land Before Time, The Brave Little Toaster, Fern Gully, even Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Their covers are bright, but the edges are faded. Some still have "not for rental" stickers on them. There's a rack nearby of talking toys, battery compartments taped shut. One still works. You flinch. You pretend you didn't. At the front, next to the cashier's booth, is a little red cart with candy. Not modern stuff, old stuff. The things that never fully came back. Bottle caps, zebra stripe gum, push pops in plastic tubes with sticky lids. You unwrap a warhead and remember what it felt like to impress your friends by not flinching. There's a mini fridge. Inside, high-C ecto cooler. One last box. You don't dare touch it. You find one last aisle, the back corner, by the emergency exit. It's dim, cold, and odd stillness in the air, like this part of the store hasn't been visited in years. You run your fingers along the edge of a dusty shelf. You feel a Pog starter kit, a boxed Skip-It, a plastic Yak Bak, an unopened Polly Pocket set, the kind with the latch that always broke. You sit down, just for a minute, on the low, carpeted bench. The whole aisle smells like forgotten birthdays and after-school rewards. You close your eyes. For a moment, you can hear a parent calling your name, a cashier's barcode scanner beep, a kid arguing over whether they've already spent their gift card. Then it's quiet again. You walk slowly back toward the front of the store. The windows are foggier now. The rain has started outside, softly tapping against the glass. You pass by the checkout counter. There's an old CRT monitor behind it, with a glowing green screen and blocky text that reads, "Thank you for shopping." No one is here. You push the door open. The bell chimes one more time. Outside, the world feels slower, softer. But for a while, you were somewhere else, somewhere warm, somewhere filled with color and sound and joy, somewhere that remembered you. Maybe it's still waiting there whenever you need it.